Hello humans, welcome back. I know it's been a minute. I've updated the studio some.
Nice.
And today's build is going to be a fun one. Now I know I've been gone for a minute and I've been giving this some thought. What could I build? What could be fun? How do I incorporate tools, Raspberry Pis, ESP32s, AI?
I love AI. Do you use AI?
To make something unique that doesn't exist, but that's fun to use. And then it hit me. This little guy. This is an ESP32 with an AI camera module. Not the biggest camera sensor here, but it got me thinking, what can I make with this? And then I remember, one of my favorite films is
Mars Attacks, directed by Tim Burton. Yikes.
And there's a scene there where the Martian spy girl has this really cool eyeball camera ring that she walks around and transmits video to the saucer. And this is perfect. I mean, like, with this thing here, I can build that. So today, I'm going to show you just that and how I used AI to...
Do you love ChatGPT? I love ChatGPT. I love it.
Code this, my own sketches, my own designs, put everything together to make one cool, realistic prop. Let's get started. Okay, so what are we doing? How are we going to do it? Let's just get into it. Now, the ring is straightforward, a camera, right? But to make it real world, it has to be wireless, has to be tiny, has to be as close to screen accurate as possible, and it has to just work. It has to last more than 20 minutes to be real, to be usable. I'm going to introduce you to my friend called Kiro. Now, if you don't know Kiro, it is a natural language model AI, just like Claude or ChatGPT, but it's specifically made for coding. So one of the projects I just finished, which is the next video, spoiler, is this. Say hi to Dr. Smith. Now this is going to be a virtual AI assistant that I can wear on my wrist and control stuff. More to come on that. But learning that, I was able to use the very fundamental basics of Python, Raspberry Pi, that let me feel comfortable tackling the ring project. Now, to get started, it was really, really easy. All you do is just, again, this is what I do. I'll create a design brief saying, hey, I'd like to build this ring from this movie. Here's an image. Here's what I want it to do. Here's what it has to do. And here are the parts that I'm thinking about. Hit enter. Now, almost instantly, it'll say, great, awesome, this all works. To make this real and as close as possible, I'd recommend these parts. Now, you will have to do your own research, just double check, because it does not always get things just right. So with that in mind, I order the parts. I say, hey, great, I have it. Plug it in, turn on Kiro and say, now let's build something. Knowing what my design brief was, it will just code directly to the ring a simple video broadcasting program that will have me check halfway saying, does this look right? How does this footage? Is it too fast, too slow? How's the frame rate? All while making sure that the quality is there, the easeability is there, meaning I can just go to an IP address, see the broadcast, great. All that took roughly about an hour. It's pretty crazy. And once I had that done, I felt comfortable saying, yes, I can do this. The next part, which is more my speed, what I'm more comfortable with, is just like soldering, building the actual module with the battery, testing the battery length, and then discovering that this board loves to overheat. This thing is notorious to get hot. It does not like having a camera or the SD card or having the microphones on at the same time. It'll get hot, and I'm talking like hot. So much so that I had to just get rid of the SD card, get rid of the microphone, solely rely on the video broadcasting, with the idea being my in-story narrative is that if you're a Martian soldier, you're given this ring, go, be discreet. If you get caught, there is no video footage on your ring, there is nothing incriminating on you besides this really cool weird ring, right? So, with that hard fundamental, I built my UI with Kiro with that in mind. Solely a Wi-Fi broadcasting device that you can either connect to or connect it to a Wi-Fi signal in your house. Now, this is all done in the app. I've designed it with Kiro, meaning I sketched it out. I gave it strict UX guidelines saying I'd like it to look, I'd want it to use the colors of the film. It has to use this logo. It has to say this. I want these parts specifically here. And you're basically at this point becoming a UX, UI designer. making sure that everything is intuitive, easy to understand. So if I were ever to sell this to somebody, they would just naturally understand where to go, what to do, how it works. The worst thing to do is when you design something and it's just hard to interpret. What is this? What am I doing here? Because then the fun just stops and it becomes work, and nobody would know how to use this natively. So that's the big thing. So you're seeing the UI here. It's gone through a few changes and we're about 95% done. Really like the way this is looking. Right now it's compatible with iOS and Android, and we just have a few final tweaks left. But yeah, that's the app, and that was all done via Kiro. Now I will say this did take a couple days to get right. You're constantly unplugging, testing the device, walking around with the ring, making sure your board doesn't get hot, the frame rate doesn't stutter, the signal is consistent, and that you get enough runtime when you're both on standby and broadcast mode. So good news, we figured all that out. The hard part's done, and on several test runs, I have maxed out at just 40 minutes, both on the battery and the thermal overheating cutoff. Yes, this thing still gets hot after a certain time.
That's a spicy meatball!
So if you're on a mission, I would say 30 minutes max is your best bet. And yeah, you have your own super duper spy ring. So yeah, let's get to building, let's get to having some fun, and I'll show you what I made. Okay, it's been a couple of months and everything is done, everything's great, and let's talk about it. Now, here's the ring. This is V1. As you can tell, it's a little big, right? I think, what is it, like 32, 26 millimeters is the average eyeball length. This thing is like 44. It's pretty giant. So, I mean, it works, it's great, doesn't fall off, it's all good, but I went back and made a smaller one, more accurate, to scale, fits great, same mechanics. I was able to reduce all the hardware to fit around, smaller buttons, larger battery, oddly enough, refine the switches, the wiring is cleaned up, but here's the original side to side, and then the newer version. So you can tell these bad boys are nice and scaled. Camera's freaking out. All right. So, ring is done, but I was thinking, if I were to sell this, how boring would it be if I just put it in a boring little box, a ring box? What would a Martian ambassador or a leader give their soldier in a packaging? How would a packaging design look like for a Martian? So, I made something really cool. I present to you flying saucer cases. Now this took a while to get right. These are just the prototypes. Printing in PLA something that's one piece, I get this nasty, gnarly scarring. Like it's like terrible. And you'll see here. So I redesigned the entire thing, split it in half, nice flat prints, and I got this. Look at that, look at that. Compare that to like this, it's like night and day. Now I still have to sand this a little bit, but by the power of magnets, simple little locking mechanism. Swing it open, doesn't break. And the best part is, I designed a puck to make sure that my ring fits perfectly. Right? So once I knew this fit, I can go ahead and print the actual saucer ship. And this is my favorite part. This is so satisfying. Here it is. Simply drop it in. It snaps into place. So from a brand standpoint, you present this to your Martian spy. Here's your camera. Good luck. Twist, open, take the ring out. Twist, open. That, turn on, locks back into place, camera's on, and your finger, Bob's your uncle. Now again, I've gotten it to like 40 minutes on runtime, and the software is done, it works. I can probably clean it up a little more, make it a little more nicer, a little more intuitive, which I probably might. I'm gonna do 3 of these for the Midsummer Scream in Long Beach, California, just to see if anybody wants one. I'm gonna have this all printed up, nice and sanded. I went with a nice, cool gray color. I like the Martian ship toys they had in the war room to scale, so yeah, it looks cool. I like it. But I love good package design, good branding. Man, for me, it's just the magnets. It's like, look at that. Look at that.
Nice.
So, we're all done. Ring is done, packaging is done. So I thought it best to do one last test. And what better place than Burbank, California to visit the Mystic Museum that has a really sweet Monsters Attack exhibit that has a really cool Mars Attacks section. So let's do one last test. Reporting live in California, we go to our man Morrow, that's me, for one last test. Hey guys, so this will be the last test of the ring. And what better place to check it out than coming to the Mystic Museum to check out this cool little exhibit. Sorry, my voice is kind of gone, so yeah. This is as good as it gets. But let's try this out, see if it works. One last test. So there you have it, guys. The ring is done, the case is done. I'm happy with it. This is a really fun project. If you want to get to building something cool, I would really encourage you to just write down some notes, sketch some stuff out, work with Kiro, ChatGPT, Claude. Claude is really, really good. I might cut over to that. And yeah, build some stuff. I think all in all, if I had to do this again, which I probably will 3 more times, this will take me about a day's worth of work. So a really fun day project. And man, I can't believe an actual working Mars Attack spy ring. Even now, it's not that warm anymore. I solved that problem. Thank God. But yeah, happy spine out there, Martians, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for following along. Peace.